Oh, situation update. Yeah, I have completely stripped that bleeder screw. It is stuck. Stuck something fierce. Welcome back. It's another day working on the S10. You get the brakes bled, fuel filter changed, maybe refill the rear differential, exchange the fluids there, and we're going to get after it. So we're going to do a full fluid exchange. I'm going to use the vacuum bleeder, and we'll get this all chocolate syrup sucked out of here and nice, clean, fresh fluid in it. So I hoovered out all the old fluid, wiped it out with a rag. I think you'll agree it looks 100% better. There's still a few little floaties in there, but it's so much better than it was. And did the vacuum extraction on the right rear, passenger rear. Let's go look and see what we got out of it. Oh, situation update. Yeah, I have completely stripped that bleeder screw. It is stuck. Stuck something fierce. I've heat juiced, pounded on a smaller size socket, rounded it off with a pair of vice grips. She's not coming out. Replacement caliper, whopping $30. So I'm just going to run to town and get a new caliper, and we'll be back and get them swapped out. Well, parts run was a success. Wow. Words are hard. New calipers are installed, so now it's just time to finish the bleed. Well, brakes are bled, fluid is exchanged. And yeah, one last thing to do before I throw the wheels on. While I still got the rig up in the air, need to change the fuel filter. Well, she's back on all fours for the first time in a long time. All that's left to do is verify that the clock spring's where it's supposed to be. Install the steering shaft. Get the hood on it. Change the oil. And take it for an alignment. Yep, I don't feel that strong today. Wiggle out of there. You can do it. Yep, those bolts are bent. Cool. Okay, that is our clock spring. Well, I forgot to turn the camera on when I came back from lunch. Got the steering shaft in, the intake on, hood back on, and the battery in. Tie down done. So let's see if she starts. Brake, battery voltage light. Uh-oh. We are only going, not going all the way to park. That's interesting. Feels like I'm all the way up. We'll start at neutral. See if that works. Foot on the brake. Reverse. Neutral. Drive. Reverse. Figure out why she doesn't go into park. She's She's running. She's doing everything she's supposed to do except for going into park. I'll look into that. Power steering's a little noisy. I put some conditioner in it. Probably take a couple of days before that does anything, if it's going to do anything. I was editing this video and I thought, you know, there's only a few more mechanical things left to take care of to wrap up the mechanical side of this project. And it'd be a shame to, you know, make another video out of that. So I've decided to come back out in the shop, film those little bits, and, you know, just to kind of try and put a bow on this thing. I'm going to adjust the transmission cable, change the fluid in the rear differential, and try to figure out why there's no taillights. So yeah, that ought to wrap this up. Looks kind of oilish. Not seeing a ton of magnetics. You know, it's dirty, but not awful. Doesn't smell burnt. I mean, just smells gear oil awful. That's encouraging. Sure glad I'm changing it though. Let go. Some cleaning up to do. The gear looks good. Looks like it had appropriate amount of oil in it. That's gonna drain for a while. Yeah, gears look really good. Really good. Really encouraging. That one. Get the schmutz off your finger first, dude. Oh, well, the differential covers in the shop being powder coated. We're gonna crawl down here. Been working on these lights, and it's a mess. See all that? Well, there's our no taillight issue, and this can be done so much better. So I'm gonna undo that. I'll show you what it looks like when we get her all back together. Well, I got the wiring all buttoned up. Got this chewed up flat 4 that was installed with splice locks. Yeah, just a hot mess. Got those all repaired, put back in the wire harness, cut out the sections that they'd put splice locks in, repaired those. And then I got into this bundle. I had my suspicions, so I checked the RPO codes. It does have a UY7 RPO, which is, I think it's UY7, for the factory installed trailer loom. So all the wires I needed were right here, and then some. So that's what I'll be using when I'll put it back together. And now it's on to the differential. Get that sealed up. It's drained overnight. It's as empty as it's going to get. I'll get the sealing surface cleaned up, and then we'll get the cover on. Let that sit for a bit and get her filled full of fluid. Then I'll be moving on to transmission cable. Got to get the interior, get the old transmission cable out. New transmission cable showing up later today. Looking forward to getting that in. That ought to be fun. Yeah. Oh, and shocks. I probably ought to get some penetrant on these shocks. I think they're ready to come out. Well, the diff cover's on. I used Ultra Gray, so I just went ahead and snugged them up finger tight. Let that sit for an hour. I'll come back and torque them. It says 24 hours before I add fluid, but it's not going to be that long, as I have to get it to the alignment shop in the morning. Well, the old shocks are out, and you can see that they are they're not good. New shocks. Differentials resealed. Just waiting a little bit to put fluid in. Now it's on to tranny shift cable. Well, doing the last couple of things took all day. Shocks fought me. Transmission cable fought me. Differential didn't fight me. It did what it was supposed to. But slight problem with the tranny cable. I don't know how it was even working. Well, the time has come. It's time for its first drive in the real world. First stop, gas. After that, we're off to get the alignment done. Well, it's time to find out if we have a working fuel gauge. I think this is the first time I've seen it off of half, so maybe we do. I'll fill her up and see how much it takes. 11.44 gallons. Should be about half. We have a working fuel gauge. Boy, this thing needs exhaust bad. No check engine lights yet. I expect to see one for the O2 sensor, seeing how the catalytic converter is missing. Gonna have to address that in the future. So let's get it aligned. Well, we made it to the alignment shop. Time to get the alignment done. You know, it drove 1,000% better than when I brought it home, but it's still not right. I'm glad the roads are a little wet today. Otherwise, we might have eaten the front tires off getting here. So, time to sit around and wait for a couple hours. Well, she's roadworthy. Alignment's done. Drives great. Runs great. Did have the service engine soon light come on. I suspect that's from not having a cat.